Holy shit, Belichick might ditch those fucking Tar Heels to come back to the NFL. What the hell is going on?
Seriously, what a mindfuck. Didn't he just sign with UNC like a year ago? He was all gung-ho about turning that program around.
I guess the old bastard got bored. Maybe he realized college kids are a pain in the ass.
Could be.
Word on the street is that a bunch of teams are sniffing around, but the Raiders are the ones making all the noise.
Interesting.
And you want to know who's leading the charge? Fucking Tom Brady.
No way. Brady?
Yep.
The same dude who's supposed to be a minority owner there.
Yes.
This shit is insane. Are you messing with me?
I swear to God. Imagine those two back together.
The NFL would fucking implode. The most successful coach-quarterback duo in history reunited in fucking Vegas.
It's nuts.
Hold on, let me catch my breath. Brady retires again, and now he's pulling strings to bring back his old coach. This is some next level shit.
It's like a goddamn soap opera.
Yeah.
And get this, Belichick might actually be considering it. Multiple teams have reached out, apparently.
Wait, how the fuck would that even work? Wouldn't he owe UNC a shitload of money?
$10 million.
Damn.
A drop in the bucket for these guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Belichick is a goddamn mastermind.
True.
Remember when he screwed over the Jets and bailed for the Patriots?
Oh, hell yeah. That was legendary. Left him high and dry right before his introductory press conference. The balls on this guy.
So you think he's actually going to pull this shit again? Ditch a team for another shot at the NFL?
Maybe.
What's in it for him?
It's Belichick, dude. The man thrives on chaos. I wouldn't put anything past him. Maybe he wants to show everyone he can win without Brady's pretty boy ass. Or maybe he misses the pressure cooker of the NFL.
And let's be real, the Raiders are a fucking mess right now.
Totally.
Could you imagine the storylines if Belichick walks in and turns that team around?
They would become instant contenders. The AFC West would be a bloodbath. The Chiefs would be shitting themselves.
And what about the Patriots?
Yeah, what about them?
This would be a total slap in the face. It's like Belichick's middle finger to the organization that made it famous.
This whole situation is wild, but I have one question. Why the fuck would Brady want this? He's an owner now. He should be chilling on a beach somewhere.
Maybe he's bored too. Or maybe he wants to prove that he was always the brains of the operation. Imagine the power dynamic if those two are back together. Who's calling the shots?
That's what I want to know. This is like some Shakespearean shit, a power struggle for the ages. The student becomes the master, but the master ain't ready to give up the throne.
Dude, this is going to be a fucking circus. I can already see the headlines. Belichick and Brady, round 2.
The grudge match in the desert. The media is going to go apeshit.
Totally. And the fans.
What about them?
Imagine the black hole in Vegas with Belichick and Brady leading the charge. It would be pure pandemonium.
The whole league would be talking about this. It would overshadow everything else. Free agency, the draft, all of it.
This is the only story that matters.
It's like a bomb just went off in the NFL. We're all standing here watching the fallout.
So what do you think? Is Belichick actually going to go for it? Is this a done deal or just a bunch of bullshit rumors?
It's hard to say. On one hand, Belichick loves to fuck with everyone. He probably gets off on all this speculation and chaos.
Yeah, but he's not getting any younger. The man is like 100 years old. Maybe he just wants one last shot at glory before he kicks the bucket.
And what better way to do it than with Brady by his side? Think about it. They could ride off into the sunset together. 2 goddamn legends cementing their legacy in the most over-the-top city in the world.
Vegas would be the perfect backdrop for their final act. It's like a goddamn Shakespearean tragedy waiting to happen.
Except it might be a comedy. Can you imagine these 2 grumpy old bastards trying to navigate the Vegas nightlife?
Dude, Belichick in a casino would be the funniest shit ever. He'd be counting cards in his cutoff hoodie, surrounded by strippers and high rollers.
And Brady would be sipping green smoothies and lecturing everyone about pliability. It would be a total train wreck.
Okay, but seriously, think about the impact this would have on the Raiders. This team has been a laughingstock for years. They haven't won a Super Bowl since the fucking 80s.
Yeah, but with Belichick and Brady at the helm, everything changes. It's like injecting steroids into a dying horse. They'd be instant contenders, no question.
The rest of the league would be shitting bricks. Imagine the AFC West with Belichick, Brady, Mahomes, and Herbert. It would be a goddamn bloodbath every week.
The ratings would be through the roof. Every game would be must-see TV.
And think about the money, dude. The Raiders would be printing money. Merchandise, ticket sales, sponsorships, the whole 9 yards. Mark Davis would be swimming in cash.
Speaking of money, what about Belichick's contract? I'd have to pay him a king's ransom to lure him away from UNC.
Money is no object for these guys. Brady's got millions and the Raiders are desperate for a winner. They'd mortgage the fucking stadium to get Belichick.
This whole thing is insane, but I have to ask, what about the players? How do you think they'd react to having these 2 legends as their coaches?
Some guys would probably be intimidated as hell. Can you imagine trying to catch a pass from Brady with Belichick staring you down on the sidelines.
It would be like playing for your dad and your grandpa at the same time.
But the veterans, the guys who are hungry for a ring, they'd be ecstatic. They'd know this is their best shot at winning a championship.
You know Belichick wouldn't put up with any bullshit. He'd whip those players into shape. He'd turn that locker room into a goddamn war zone.
The Raiders would become the most disciplined team in the league. No more drama, no more distractions. It would be all business.
Except when they're out partying in Vegas. Can you imagine the headlines if Belichick gets caught in a strip club?
Dude, they would break the internet. The memes would be legendary.
But seriously, this whole scenario is wild. It's like a fever dream. I still can't believe it's actually happening.
I know, right? It's like the football gods decided to give us one last gift before they retire.
Belichick and Brady back together again. It's almost too good to be true.
But what about the other teams that are supposedly interested in Belichick? You think any of them could actually pull this off? Or is this whole thing just a smokescreen for the Raiders?
It's hard to imagine Belichick going anywhere else, especially if Brady is involved.
Right.
It's a package deal, dude. Those two are like Batman and Robin. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah, but maybe Belichick is tired of being in Brady's shadow. Maybe he wants to prove that he can win without him. Maybe he's looking for a real challenge, a team that's a total dumpster fire.
Like the fucking Jets. You think he'd go back to the scene of the crime? That would be the ultimate revenge move.
It would be epic. But seriously, there are a few other teams out there that could make sense. What about the Texans? They're desperate for a coach, and they have a young quarterback in Bryce Young who could use some guidance from a goddamn legend.
Yeah, but do you really think Belichick wants to spend his golden years rebuilding a franchise from scratch?
True.
He's not known for his patience. He wants to win now, not 5 years from now.
True. But what about a team that's already on the cusp of greatness? What about the Chargers? They have a stud quarterback in Justin Herbert and a solid defense. They just need that extra push to get over the hump.
That's actually a pretty intriguing possibility. Belichick could come in and instill some discipline, tighten up that defense, and turn them into a real Super Bowl contender. Plus, imagine the battles between Belichick and Staley on the sidelines. It would be a clash of the titans.
It'd be fucking awesome. But let's be real. The Raiders are still the front runners.
All right.
The narrative is too perfect. Belichick and Brady reunited in Sin City. It's like a Hollywood script.
And you know what? I wouldn't bet against them. Those two have a history of defying the odds and proving everyone wrong. They're like the cockroaches of the NFL. No matter what you throw at them, they always seem to survive.
So what's the bottom line? Do you think this is actually going to happen? Is Belichick coming back to the NFL?
Honestly, I have no fucking idea. This whole situation is so unpredictable, it's like trying to predict the weather in a hurricane. But one thing's for sure, this offseason just got a whole lot more interesting.
Interesting. It's about to explode. This news is going to send shockwaves through the entire league. It's going to be a goddamn shit show.
And we're going to be here for every minute of it. Get your popcorn ready, folks. The Belichick-Brady saga is back, and it's going to be one hell of a ride.
Fuck yeah. The NFL better brace itself. Shit's about to get real.